So what we are going to learn today, this is more of a makeup class for kids who have classes on weekends, and this is a class for another batch which is mostly on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the evening. Okay. So in this class, I mean, again, for you guys it might be a little lighter in nature. You might think that why am I in this class when what is new that I'm learning here, right? So let's see what we are learning and how easy or complicated that is. Okay. So this class we were first planning to deal with a linear equation x and y intercepts and x and y intercepts from tables. So let's see. Yeah, so we are talking about linear equation. Understand what do you mean by x and y intercepts? Why don't you sit in the front? What do you mean by x and y intercepts? And how do we find out the x and y intercepts from the tables? Anybody in the class who knows about it? Obviously, Dikshita will know about linear equations and the x and y intercepts. How about knowing x and y intercepts from the tables? Have you come across that, Dikshita? No? Okay, good. You'll have at least some motivation for today's class. Okay, Ayush, how about you? Do you know what do we mean by linear equation in the first place? No. Okay. So, you don't know what is a linear equation. So, let's look at it. We'll start from very simple basics and then we will try relating that with. So Ayush, before I proceed, some of the questions that, hey Manas, some of the questions that you had sent to me, did you try solving those? I don't remember having seen any of this problems solution sent to me. Just reminding you that you have to send those to me, okay? Try solving it the way you know and send it to me, okay? Alright. So, I see somebody with name PS. Who is PS?
Ashita.
Hello.
Oh, yes, Sita. Okay. Loriahi. Loser. Alright. So, we are talking about, first of all, what is linear equation? What do we mean by x and y intercepts? And how do we find out x and y intercepts from the table? But first of all, can I request all the kids to keep their videos on so that I'm not talking to myself or I don't end up becoming an AI agent? Okay. Saurya, Myra, and Ayush.
My camera still doesn't work.
Wonderful.
No.
But you can see me, right? Imagine a day when my camera stops working. What will happen? Let's try fixing it, okay? Alright. So we are talking about linear equation. Can somebody in the class tell me what do we mean by linear equation? Simplest possible way. And I would assume to hear that from Milona or from Manas or from Ayush. You see one?
Down here, under the table.
Okay. Can somebody tell me what is a linear equation? What do you mean by linear equation? Arya, you go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to raise my hand.
But now you have raised your hand. Go ahead. Tell something.
1 second.
Keep your head chin up. Let's see if this works. Okay.
Wait.
Let's look at this.
Got it.
Let me break this linear equation. Okay? Linear line and then I put a hyphen, then AR equation. Any equation that helps you draw a straight line is what is called a linear equation. Does that make sense? So I always keep blabbering about this. I say English is mother of math. Meaning, if you know the English meaning of the thing, most of the times you'll be able to relate. Okay? So that's why I'm breaking math or thinking of math like English. Any equation that draws a line or a straight line is called a linear equation. Is that okay to start with? Now I am getting tempted to talk about linear equation, quadratic equation, polynomial expressions, whatnot. And that will make you guys scratch your head big time. Let's not go that far. Let's look at it in a simple way. I'm talking about no singing in the math class. What is the difference that you see between this equation and this equation? Yeah, Dikshita.
I'm waiting. The second equation has two x's and the top variable has x and y.
Okay, that is one observation. Hi, Sandrine, Haslin.
Hi.
Look at. Okay, Ashrita, Riyahi, Lana, Ayush, Manas, anybody. What is the difference that you see here? Don't think of me being a complicated person, okay? I'm a very simple person with least possible intelligence level, okay? So I'm not going to put any complicated question in front of you guys. Yeah, Riyahi, go ahead, tell me.
The x on the second equation is squared.
Is a square, okay? Yeah. Dikshita, same thing.
No, the bottom one is quadratic equation and the top one is y-intercept.
Yes and no. Second one is a quadratic equation, agree. This one is, I'll not say y-intercept, this is a linear equation. So that's the difference. So this one is a linear equation and this one is a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. Okay. I've just given a name, okay? Hey Gayatri. So far if you look at what I've talked about is, I have given you guys two different types of equations and I asked you guys to share your observation. And as you guys rightly said, this equation has two variables x and y. This equation has only one variable, only x. Here with the power 2 and then with power 1. Here you have two variables but both with the maximum power as 1. X to the power 1, y to the power 1. Is that a fair point? Does everybody agree to that? Ayush, Ashrita, Aryahi, Myra, Sandrine, Celine, everybody? Okay. So now the point here is that this equation has two variables but maximum power to the variable is only 1. Be it one variable or two variables, but the maximum power to the variable is only 1. If your maximum power to the variable is only 1, that draws a straight line and that's why it's called a linear equation. I'm just forcing this on you guys, okay? I'm saying that if you have an equation with one variable or two variable or three variable, doesn't matter, but maximum power to the variable is only 1, that means it will draw a straight line and it's called a linear equation and we'll see it why, okay? Gayatri, is that okay, beta? Sandrine, Celine, okay? Ashita okay? Everybody okay? Mr. Birendra Kumar okay? Yes, I'm okay. So far. Okay, alright. So, this one is called a linear equation and this is called quadratic equation because the power is 2. It is given a name quadratic equation. Okay. And when we will draw this with this equation in a coordinate plane, you will see this coming into picture. That is called parabola. But I don't want to scare you guys right now. You guys are way too young to deal with parabolas. Okay. We'll talk about parabolas maybe sometime later. Yeah. All right. Little mosquito is after you. Why did you not rub it?
I did.
So shake it well and then apply it. Because I applied and I. Okay. So if you have an equation with one variable or two variables, okay. Here. If you have equation with one variable or two variables, but maximum power to the variable is only one, that is a linear equation. If power to any of the variable is more than one, that is called a quadratic equation. So we are limited to talk about only linear equation. So one thing that you have to get glued in your mind by applying Fevicol is that you guys know what is Fevicol, right? You don't? No? It's a glue. It's a glue found in India. That's a synonym for something like you have Gorilla Glue here, right? Which is supposedly very strong. Same way Fevicol is the glue that we used to use in our childhood days, which is supposed to be very strong. So coming back to the point that I'm saying is, if you have an equation with one or two variable, but the maximum power to the variable is one, it's called a linear equation, and so far you guys don't believe me, and that is okay. Now let's see why. I will create a table. Why? Because if I have any equation, be it a linear equation, quadratic equation, polynomial equation, power 4, power 9, power 10, doesn't matter. Every equation is nothing but an agreement between the variables. Any equation is nothing but the agreement between the variables. I have x and y here. They have agreed that x, let's say x is me and y is the child next to Milona. Milona's younger sister. So y is Milona's younger sister. Okay. So I and her have agreed that my value plus 2 times her value will be 15. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Everybody okay? So far? Minus okay? Ayush okay? So x and y have agreed for this. This is a deal. This is an agreement. This is a contract. Saying that x's value plus 2 times y's value will add up to 15. Now x and y can play around with each other. X says, okay, fine. My value and 2 times your value is 15. Okay, how about me being 0? How about me being 0? X is in a playful mood. Says, I am 0. When x is 0, but the deal is still intact. 0 plus 2y equal to 15. 0 plus 2y equal to 15. That means y equals 15 over 2. That is 7.5. Yeah. Now y is taking revenge. Y says this time I'm 0. You find out your ways.
It would just be 15.
When y is 0, x became x plus 2 into 0, which is 0 equal to 15. That is 15. Yeah?
X2.
Now x says, okay, fine. How about me being 3? Okay. X said, I change my value to 3. What will be the value of y then?
6.
So 3 plus 2y equal to 15. That means 2y equal to 3 goes to other side, becomes 15 minus 3. So 2y equal to 15 minus 3 is 12. That means y equals
6.
12 by 2. Yep.
12 by 2 equals 6.
Yes, that is 6. So, why I'm doing it step by step? Because I don't want to jump from here to say y equal to 6. It's a step by step process so that everybody can digest and process this. Manas, Ayush, Gayatri, everybody with me? Everybody with me? Arya, Sandin, Celine also? Dikshita is with me? Milana already said, I'm with you, don't worry. Yep.
I understand, but it's hard.
What is that?
I understand, but it's hard.
That's what I'm trying to make simple, right? By cracking all those dad jokes in between. What I'm saying is, x and 2y, if I have an equation, it is just an agreement. It's just a deal. Okay? Let's say x was Manas, y was me. Okay? And we are saying, okay, x was Manas and y is me. I'm saying, let's say x and y represents the money that Manas has or I have. Okay? So I'm y, Manas is x. Manas said I have $5. Okay? So I'll say, okay, $5, you have $5, then I have to have $5. So that 5 plus 2 times 5 will become 15. Because we both are trying to buy something together, okay, which is worth $15. Now Manas says, okay, no, I am going to spend only $3. So Manas said, okay, I am 3. Then how much I have to put to make it 15? So that is what I am doing here. Manas said, I'll give you only 3. So then I have to give 6. Yep. So this is just the calculation part of it. But any equation that you see, any equation, okay, that simply means this is agreement between the variables to get this outcome. And we are just trying to put that value in the table form. Okay? I have found 3 combinations, okay? Is this okay so far? Everybody? Ayush, Gayatri, Sandin, Sulin, everybody? Saurya? Everybody okay? Now, whatever we did, so let me do a quick recap of what we did. We said if I have a linear equation, I have an equation, we are calling this a linear equation because maximum power to the variable is only 1. Okay, so that's why it's called a linear equation. And with the linear equation, we are trying to find out all the possible values. Okay, if x is this much, how much will be y? If x is this much, how much will be y? If x is this much, how much will be y? Those are combinations we are deriving, okay, based on simple calculation so far. Alright? Now, what will we do with this table? Will we make a table pickle out of it? We'll use the table. Yeah? We'll not make pickle out of the table, okay? There's no table pickle. Alright. Who all are tired of my dad jokes so far? Nobody? It's okay. I just try waking you guys up, okay? By giving you guys a little bit of shock. So here, now we'll use this table to plot it, okay? And see whether it is converting into a line or something else. Because we are saying that it's a linear equation, it will draw a line. Let's see whether it's drawing a line or not. So let's put, this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis. Let's say 3, 6, 9, 12. And here my 15. And x goes this direction. Minus 3, minus 6, minus 9. Here I will say 3, 6, 9, 12. This is my y-axis. Here minus 3, minus 6, minus 9. And again, I am drawing with hand. I might go wrong with my drawing. My drawing skills are amazing, so don't worry about it. We will see what happens here. When x is 0, y is 7.5. X is 0, y is 7.5. We are talking about this point. On this point, the value of x will be 0 and y value is 7.5. This is one point. When x is 15, y is 0. So this is my second point. When x is 3, here, y is 6. This point. You will see on a graph paper when you create the table like this and join the points, you will see that this draws a straight line for us. That's why it is called linear equation. If you have any equation with maximum power to the variable 1 and from that you find out different combination by playing around with numbers, you will see that when you use this table, get the x and y value and plot it on a graph paper, it draws a straight line for us. And that is the reason, that's the only reason why it is called a linear equation. Which I was breaking in a lame way saying linear is made of line plus something. It has a line in it. Yeah, that is the reason it is called linear equation. Does that make sense to everybody, or I'm getting you guys more confused than being able to understand it? Sandra and Celine, Saurya, everybody? Gayatri? Manas, everybody okay? Gayatri did not say anything. Are you okay, beta? Yep. Now, there's one more concept that we need to be aware of. It's called intercepts. So I have a linear equation or any kind of equation. It says find out the x and y intercepts. How do we find that out? What does it mean actually? What do we mean by x and y intercepts of a line? What do you mean by x and y intercepts of a line or a graph? Yes, Dikshita.
Maybe where x and y like meet in a point.
Little louder one more time.
Maybe x and y like meet in a point.
Okay, one thought. Anybody else? Sandrine, Celine, Myra, Manas, Ayush, Milana, anybody? Just give it a try. Try going wrong once. It's fun. So as you guys would know, I have 2 daughters. My elder one went to college this year. And I used to tell her, she will come back from school sometimes and say, Papa, I did horribly bad in my test today. I said, okay, fail once. Let's see what happens. Try failing once. The fear of failure is the biggest problem in life, okay? Be brave to fail once. So that's why I'm asking you. I'm not kind of recommending you guys to fail. I'm saying take the fear of failure out, okay? So that's what I'm saying. Give a statement. Like Dikshita said something. I did not get convinced, but I appreciate her for the effort that she made. So I want you guys to tell me what do you mean by, or what is your understanding of x and y intercept? Yeah?
Maybe like on the graph, the one like a line starts from x and like it crosses the path and goes to y line.
Okay, I heard one more. I am still curious to hear more. Yeah, Belana, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Belana. Unmute yourself.
Sorry. I know that they can both be positive and negative.
Okay. Manas was asking what is the question. I was saying that I have an equation, a linear equation or any type of equation, and there is a concept called x-intercept or y-intercept. What do we mean by that? So, okay, now as I keep talking about it, as I keep claiming, right? In my previous class, kids were saying, why do you upload your videos saying the worst math teacher ever? My videos, if you guys have been watching it recently, I put the tagline as worst math teacher ever. I say I'm the worst math teacher because I'm not very intelligent. That's my problem. So I'll continue with the same narrative that I'm not intelligent. Let me break it down in the simplest possible way. I said x-intercept. What is x-intercept of a line or equation? Or what is y-intercept? I don't need any intelligence for this one. X-intercept of a line, meaning where this line intercepts the x-axis. What do you mean by intercept? Intercept and intersect are the same thing. Yeah? What is the x-intercept? Meaning where it intersects the x-axis. Yeah? Y-intercept, meaning where it touches the y-axis. No, when a line meets the other line, no, not like that. When you're talking about the coordinate plane, there are two things that is fixed for you. One is your x-axis, one is your y-axis. Yes, yes, Gayatri.
Y-intercept. For like y-intercept, it's like where the line passes through the
y-axis, yes.
Y-axis.
Yeah.
I was making sure, yeah.
So, y-intercept, see, break it down. As I'm telling you, I'm asking you guys to be more intelligent than me. Okay? You guys have the option of becoming more intelligent. I have missed the chance. Here, just break it down in the simplest possible way. X-intercept. X, this is X. Intercept, where it is intercepting or intersecting the x-axis. Yeah? Y-intercept, meaning where this line is intersecting or intercepting the y-axis. Okay? Does that make sense? Sandin, Celine, Gayatri, Manas, Ayush, Mayra, Milana, Dikshita, everybody?
Yes. So.
Alright? So, now I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to make your life more miserable. That's the plan. See, Dikshita is saying, no, I have seen you enough. Okay, alright. So, when I'm talking about, now I have an equation, let's say, x plus 2y equal to 15. What is the x-intercept of this line? Meaning, where this line is touching the x-axis. See, we saw that our x-intercept was touching the x-axis at 15, 0. If you remember the table from this equation, let's plot this. Let's plot the table from this equation. When x is 0, y was 7.5. When y is 0, then x was 15. Okay? By looking at the table, you can see which one is the x-intercept. X-intercept is where y is 0. Meaning, on this line, every value of y is 0. When y is 0, that is your x-intercept. When x is 0, on this line, each and every point on this line, the value of x will be 0. So when x is 0, this is your y-intercept. So if you have a table, or if you create a table from your equation, put x equal to 0, that will be your y-intercept. Because when x is 0, that is when it is touching the y-axis. When x is 0, that is your y-intercept. When y is 0, that is your x-intercept. Does that make sense? Yeah? Everybody? Mara? So, always think of it like a reverse. You are trying to find out x-intercept, meaning where it touches the x-axis. On the x-axis, the entire x-axis, no matter how far you want to travel, every point, the y value will be 0. Put a y equal to 0 in the equation, you will get the x-intercept. Put x equal to 0, you will find the y-intercept. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now, let me give you guys a little hard task. And Dikshita is again smiling. So is Sandy and Sulen. Kids who have seen me for long enough, they think that I always bluff. I will say I'll give you guys a tough time and I end up giving an easy question. Let's look at it. If I say x x squared plus 2x plus 7 equal to y. Okay. I have an equation like this. I am saying find out the x and y intercepts of this equation. What do you think, Ashrita? What this will be? Ashrita, what do you think? What will be the x and y intercept of this line, of this equation? This is not a line, this is a quadratic equation actually.
I'm still thinking, sir.
Okay. Sandra and Celine, what do you think? Yep, Yamlana, go ahead.
I think the x would be 2 and the y would be... Wait, no, never mind.
Okay, let's see what Dixita says.
What's the question?
My question is, I have an equation like this. Can you guys tell me what will be the x and y intercept of this equation? You're talking to the mute button. Yep.
It's a quadratic equation, so we can't find x and y.
Why so? So see, I gave you guys this question on purpose actually. What I was trying to emphasize was that regardless of what type of equation you are dealing with, the understanding of x and y intercept will remain the same. Okay? If anybody gives you any equation and says find out the x intercept, meaning if you have to find out the x intercept, meaning you'll put y equal to 0. You'll put y equal to 0 and see what is the value of x coming from this. I know you guys have not learned how to solve quadratic equation, so that's an overkill. But conceptually it's the same thing. If somebody says this will be your x intercept, somebody says find out the y intercept. Y intercept meaning x will be 0. So 0 squared plus 2 into 0 plus 7 equal to y. So this whole thing becomes 0, y equal to 7, that becomes your y intercept. What I'm trying to reiterate or convince you guys is that you will not worry about the type of equation you're dealing with. X and y intercept understanding will remain the same. Wherever it touches the x-axis, meaning y value has to be 0, that will be our x intercept. Wherever it touches the y-axis, meaning x value will be 0, that will be a y intercept. Okay. Now in this case, what will happen is this will solve to give you two values of x. Let's say 5 and 9. I'm just making it up. That means this will touch the x-axis at two places. There are two intercepts. It touches the y-axis only at one place. So one intercept. That's it. It's only the visual part of it. Let's not worry about quadratic equation. I'm not here to scare you guys. Okay. What I'm trying to say is, if you have an equation, the understanding of x and y intercept will remain the same. Okay? Yep. Is mosquito bothering you so much?
There's just one of people like fight like
Okay. Try finding a repellent. See if that works for you. Okay. I mean, this one is probably not working for you. I have not seen any mosquito coming close to me after playing this one. Anyway, so this is understanding for x and y intercept. But I don't want you guys to worry about the quadratic equation or anything to get haunted by this. Okay. The idea remains the same. The concept remains the same. So when you guys grow up a little bit more, when you come across quadratic equation, your understanding of intercepts will remain the same. Just that the dealing or solution will be different. But if you have an equation says okay, find out the x-intercept, you'll put y equal to 0. If somebody says find out the y-intercept, you'll put x equal to 0. That's it. Now how to solve that you will learn when the time comes. Okay. Now we are dealing with only linear equation. So let's say I'm going for x minus 3y equal to let's say 6. And from this we are trying to find out the x and y intercept. What will I do? I will do nothing, like I always do. Find out the x-intercept. X-intercept meaning y equal to 0. That is when I will have x-intercept. Meaning that is where it will touch the x-axis, when y is 0. I put y equal to 0. This became 0. X is 6. Find out the y-intercept, meaning my x will be 0. Wherever it is touching the y-axis, my x will be 0. So I put x equal to 0. So minus 3y equal to 6. So y will be equal to minus 2. Minus 3y equal to 6. That means y will be equal to 6 by minus 3. This sign, yeah. So 6 by minus 3 is minus 2. 3 times 2 and minus into minus. Okay. So I can write plus 6 as what? Minus into minus into 6. So minus minus will become plus, and then you have 6. And here you have minus 3. So 1 minus knocked off. 3 times 2, so minus 2. Okay. So anyways, but if you have to find out the x and y intercept, that should be fairly straightforward. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, I will give you guys a situation like this. Is everybody with me so far, or I'm kind of getting you guys more worried? Sharnya, Belona, Myra, Ryahi, Gayatri, Lana, everybody okay?
I'm getting kind of scared.
Who's getting scared? Manas? Why?
Because it's hard.
It's not hard, beta. See, I'll tell you. So I'm just okay. Let's say if I say x plus y equal to 5, what does it mean? It's just an equation. Okay? It's just an equation. Imagine this like you and I planning to buy something which is worth $5. Okay? I said I will give $1. How much Manas has to give? $4. Okay? If I give, if I say I will give $2, how much Manas has to give? $3. That is how it will be 5. If I say I will give $5, how much Manas has to give? $0. We can still buy it, right? So any equation that you see is that deal. Like you and I had a deal that okay, we are going to buy something which is worth $5, and my money plus your money together will buy it. Okay? That is represented in the form of equation. We had not decided on how much I will give versus how much Manas will give. We just decided that I and Manas will buy it together, something that is worth $5. We went to 5 and below. Okay? That is where you get things for $5, correct? So that is what we decided. So this is represented in the equation form. Now if I say 2x plus or 2x minus y equal to 7. Think of a real life scenario, real life situation. I am saying that, let's say here, is anybody 7-year-old? Diksha, are you 7-year-old? You are older, right? You're 9?
I'm
8. Okay. I'll assume, okay, let me put 8. Okay. So I asked Diksha, how old are you? And she said she's 8 years old. And Diksha in the class, she's not in this level class, okay? She's just giving company to her elder brother. So, Diksha said, my age is 2 times, let's say, my brother's age minus one of my neighborhood friend's age. She did not tell me, or she told me I am 8, but my age is equal to 2 times my brother's age minus one of my friend's age. This is just been represented in this form of equation. Whatever Diksha told me, She said, I'm 8, but my age is equal to 2 times my brother's age minus one of my friend's age. Whatever she said, we just put that in the form of equation. Now tomorrow, if she says my brother is 12-year-old, so 2 into 12 minus y equal to 8. So I can find out the age of the child in the neighborhood. Okay? So these equations give you that agreement, that relationship, the way you can calculate. Okay? In a little abstract form. It tells you that, okay, there's something that you don't know about right now, which you'll get to know later. Let me put that in the form of an equation, and once we have the values, we'll plug in the values. Right? So we have the equation, right? Nobody gave us the value. We decided the value. Okay, fine. How about x equal to 0? What is the value of y? Okay, when x is 0, y is 5. When x is 1, how much is y? It's 4. When x is 2, y, what is y? 3. So that gives us the flexibility to abide by this rule or contract. So that's what is equation, okay? Any equation that you talk about, it is just an agreement between the variables, okay? Based on certain rules. Now you guys, my age is a universal truth. Everybody knows I'm 49-year-old. But then, sometimes I'll say, okay, you know what? My age is 6 times Diksha's age plus 1. I'm making a simple question look little difficult so that I give you guys an opportunity to calculate. So I said, okay, somebody said, how old are you? Let's say some new kid who joined the class, who doesn't know what my age. I'll say 6 times Diksha's age plus 1 is my age. Find out. They will go and check with Diksha. How old are you, Diksha? She said, okay, I'm 8. So 6 times 8 plus 1. Oh, 49. So, to calculate something, you found a formula, a relationship, and that is what is equation. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when I'm explaining these things in a very simple way, the goal is that you guys should get so bored and tired of these concepts that this remains like a muscle memory for you all. Okay? That okay? Equation, I know my teacher has told me 100 times. It's just a relationship between variables. It's an agreement between variables, right? So never think that something that we are learning 4 times, 5 times, 6 times it's a waste of time. No, it becomes. I mean, how much effort do we put for memorizing our parents' name? We don't, right? Because we hear it so much so that it's part of the muscle memory, correct? Same way here. Yeah? Math is about practice. Okay, all right. So we saw what is a linear equation. How do we use a linear equation to form a table and then to graph it? Now, one extra flavor I wanted to talk about was, and then we talked about what do we mean by x and y intersect. So far, is everybody with me? Sarya, Sandy, Sunil, Aryahi, Manas, Ayush, everybody with me? Asita? Okay. Alright. If I'm not calling out some name, that doesn't mean I forget anybody, okay? I'll just call out some names. Gayatri, are you okay, beta? Okay. Now, I'll give you guys a riddle, okay? It's puzzle time. I did not give you guys any equation. I'm saying that I have a table of x and y values. I have put a table of numbers here, x and y values. By looking at the table, can you guys tell me what is the x-intercept and what is the y-intercept values? Yeah, Dikshita.
What is the first one? Is it 8 or 5?
3. 3 and 9 minus 2 and 4 minus 6 and minus 8, 2 and 0, 6 and 8, 0 and 7. Yes.
So the first y value is 8.
What is that?
The first y value is 8.
First y value is 9.
So my writing is as great as my drawing skills.
Yes, Gayatri. Gayatri, you have to be a little louder for me, beta. I could not hear you. One more time.
Can you repeat the question you asked?
I'm saying I have a table of x and y values. I'm wanting you guys to find out the x and y intercept from this table.
I think the y-intercept is 7 and the x-intercept is 2.
Y intercept is 7 and x intercept is 2. Okay. Now you could figure it out very quickly. Let me think about it. So when you say y-intercept meaning when x is 0, when it is intersecting the y-axis. So when it is intersecting the y-axis, x is 0. So whenever I have x equal to 0, yes, this is correct. This is y-intercept. And x-intercept is where it is touching the x-axis. That means y will be 0. So you were spot on, and I was on purpose, I was pretending to be dumb. I was kind of letting the brain process it, okay? That okay, y-intercept meaning where it is touching the y-axis, meaning x value has to be 0. This one has x equal to 0, so yeah, this is my y-intercept. X-intercept means where it is touching the x-axis, meaning y value has to be 0, yes. Or other way you can say is y-intercept, pick the point where x is 0, and whatever is the value of y, that is your y-intercept. Pick the point where x, if you are trying to pick x, find out x-intercept, meaning pick the line or combination of points where y is 0 and whatever is the value of x, that is your x-intercept. Whichever way you think about it, that's okay. But did everybody follow what I was doing?
Yes.
Now,
Let me give you guys one more riddle before I let you guys go and enjoy your dinner, okay? I'm assuming that everybody has not finished their dinner yet, like me. I have a table, and Deekshita, beware, my drawing skills are amazing, like I said. Drawing and writing skills are also equally amazing. 2 minus 7, 3, 0, 6, 0, 7, 2, 0, 8.
now what is my x and y intercept here? Vivan, any thought? What are my
Is it 3? Your x-intercepts are 3 and 6, and then your y-intercepts are 8.
Okay, let's see what Ashrita says. Yep.
I think that y-intercept would be 3 x is 3 and y is 0, and also 6 is x is 6 and y is 0.
One more time, I was busy writing it. I could not hear you properly. One more time.
Okay, for x-intercept, I think it would be 3. X is 3 and y is 0. X is 6 and y is 0. And for y-intercept, I think it would be x is 0 and y is 8.
So that's what Vivan also said. Anybody in the class who want to disagree with Ashrita and Vivan? And it's okay to disagree, okay? As long as you have a point, it's fine, perfectly fine. I hope everybody can see the board okay. It's 2 minus 7, 3, 0, 6, 0, 7, 2, 0, 8. Ayush, Manas, Malana, Saurya, everybody agrees with Asita? Yadikshita, go ahead. You're saying something. You raised your hand.
I got the same answer.
Oh, not good. I was hoping to see some fight in the class. Malana, what do you think, beta? Same answer? Bad luck.
Yeah.
Bad luck. I had a plan to make you guys fight. Aryahi also agrees? Okay.
Okay, then I'll disagree for the graph.
Now you have to see, you can disagree, but you have to give a reasoning for it. Unless you give a reasoning, that disagreement will not hold enough water.
Okay.
So I will see. Again, the idea is time for a speech. So idea is this. There could be multiple ways to solve a problem. Okay, we can solve it in one way or different ways also. That's why it's important for us to get everybody's point of view and then see which one is the best for all of us as a group, and then we can learn from each other. But we'll not disagree just for the sake of disagreement. As long as we have a strong reason, bless you. As long as we have a right reason, then we can disagree. Otherwise, right answers are to be agreed. That's okay. Alright? So, summary of what we learned today. We talked about what is a linear equation, why it is called a linear equation. And then we looked at what do we mean by x and y intercepts in real term. X-intercept is something that when a line or the curve or whatever equation we're talking about, when it touches or crosses the x-axis. Y-intercept same way is when it touches or crosses the y-axis. And depending on what kind of equation you're dealing with, it might touch once or twice or thrice. There can be multiple values for the intercept. That's the reason why I gave this question on purpose, where this represents the fact that whatever is the equation that is plotting this table or creating this table is touching the x-axis at two places. So it is probably not a straight line, it's probably like a curve. Okay? So my only advice or recommendation to you guys would be, make sure that you don't shake when it comes to knowing the concept part of it. X-intercept will remain x-intercept. If it touches twice, I don't mind. If it crosses the x-axis 5 times, I'll have 5 intercepts. That's okay. If it's a linear equation, it will cross only once. A straight line cannot cross the x or y axis twice or more than that. So those are interpretations, but the basic concept of intercept will remain the same. Alright? So that's what we talked about, and I think I have bored you guys enough. Time for dinner, take rest. We'll talk again in the next class. Alright? Bye-bye.